Rocket City, USA, the home of the Army's missile program. Surname, Huntsville, Alabama. Just a few short years ago, it was a moderate-sized, quiet southern town. Life went on in a relaxed sort of way. The pace was slow and was set on traditions which had established a strong agricultural economy in an antebellum Dixie. The main product then was cotton. Fields of it abounded. The sounds of gins humming at harvest time were the sounds of its industry. The city's population in 1940 was 13,500. 20 years later, in 1960, the population had increased to more than 72,000 within the city area, a population that is still growing. Out of the past has evolved the new. Today, the city of Huntsville houses the heart of the Army's missile and rocket development program, its people. To the old has been added the modern. Scientists, engineers, physicists, machine operators, people with new and different titles, like test conductor and computer programmer, people that today play a leading role in managing the Army's missile and rocket program.
Is this the way to Missile Command headquarters?
It sure is, sir.
Redstone Arsenal is the nerve center of the Army's missile program. The Arsenal is literally a farm-to-market organization. It is here that the ideas for Army missiles are born and nurtured through design, development, and testing. From here, they are readied for ultimate tactical assignment to the free world's defense system. Whether it's smaller weapons for the soldier in the field, or the supersonic deadly accurate missiles for our on-guard Army air defense installation. Physically, the arsenal consists of nearly 40,000 acres of rolling North Alabama hills and red clay. There are 3 mountains located within its borders. A self-contained water treatment plant and system which pumps more than 5 million gallons of domestically treated water per day, enough water to serve a city of 50,000 people. A telephone system equal to that of any modern city of better than average size. A complete fire protection system, as well as all of the other forms of functional facilities necessary to a major installation of this magnitude. The arsenal contains 94 miles of railroads, as well as 330 miles of road accesses to its 2,175 buildings. Employed by the Army at Redstone Arsenal are more than 13,000 people, military and civilian, with an annual payroll amounting to more than $84 million. During the course of its history, the arsenal has developed many of the weapons that are deployed by both American and Allied forces, standing guard against aggression throughout the world. Currently being developed are yet more modern, more efficient missile and rocket weapon systems for tomorrow's Army. Many of its missiles have, in addition to their defense duties, played important roles in the development of America's space program. On January 31st, 1958, the Army's Jupiter-C placed Explorer 1, the free world's first satellite, into orbit. The Jupiter, also developed at the Arsenal, was initially launched on May 31st, 1957, and became the free world's first successful intermediate-range ballistic missile. It was an Army Jupiter that provided the push that placed the free world's first solar satellite into orbit about the sun. Workhorse of the Army's missile program was the world-famous Redstone, nicknamed Old Reliable. It climaxed its successful career by launching the free world's man into space program. It was the booster stage of the Mercury Redstone that took Commander Shepard on America's first suborbital flight through space on May 5th, 1961, and repeated this feat later the same year with astronaut Grissom. Significant in this nation's defense program today is the Nike Zeus, currently the free world's only anti-ICBM system in an advanced state of development. It is a missile designed to travel at the rate of thousands of feet a second to seek out and destroy a potentially destructive enemy ICBM, regardless of enemy countermeasures and decoys. The big job of the Army at Redstone Arsenal is to manage this complex weapons development program and to monitor the efforts of thousands of contractors located all over the country who actually produce the systems. The Arsenal houses the complete capability to perform this mission. One section of the arsenal contains a complete static test capability. At this facility, large, multi-stage missiles can be fired under controlled conditions that permit complete instrumented evaluation of the entire firing sequence. Within the arsenal complex are test ranges, where smaller weapons can be actually fired and flight tested. These weapons are of a wire-guided anti-tank variety, such as SS-10 and SS-11, and the NTAC shown here. Other types of small weapons, whose development began at the arsenal, include the anti-tank M72, nicknamed the Log, and a frontline air defense weapon, the Red Eye. Both of these rocket weapon systems are man-portable and can be fired from the shoulder of the individual foot soldier. The arsenal also contains a modern advanced instrumentation center. This facility employs more than 80 mathematicians, physicists, and machine operators. Equipment working continuously ranges from the familiar adding machine through more complex digital computers to this highly advanced electronic brain. Here, computations are completed for all local testing, and in addition, those tests conducted at the Army's remote test areas, such as White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico and Cape Canaveral in Florida. Also included in the vast arsenal complex are some of the prime private contractors working in the Army missile program. These corporations operate government-owned facilities under special contract to the Army. The job of the Army at Redstone Arsenal, again, is not to produce, but rather to manage the development of weapons. To do this, the arsenal houses a complete capability designed to keep it ahead of every step of development. It contains a design capability that permits work with an idea from the beginning of its inception. a research laboratory where feasibility studies are directed. An analysis and advanced design section where physical development is determined. Guidance control, the watchful eye of a missile's guidance system. A propulsion laboratory where fuel and method of propulsion are determined and regulated. In the environmental test laboratories, missiles are subjected to test extremes far in excess of most that could be encountered in a normal tactical situation. They are dropped, frozen, heated, dust saturated, and even submerged in water. In short, the arsenal contains the complete capability to manage and carry the idea for a new weapon system from its initiation to its deployment in the field. The Army's only school devoted exclusively to missile training is also situated at Redstone Arsenal. On its ultra-modern $65 million campus, a faculty of 500 each year trains more than 5,000 men from the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and 14 foreign nations. The latest training aids help them learn to keep an array of powerful new weapons in constant combat readiness at sites throughout the free world. Here, men meet missiles in the Redstone story that charts the science of rocketry from scratch pad to launching pad. The job of the Army at Redstone Arsenal cannot be done without personal and national sacrifice. Yet it is vital to the defense of our nation, vital to the offensive strength of our combat forces, should we be forced to fight to defend our freedoms and way of life. As George Washington said, to be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace. The Army at Redstone Arsenal provides the facilities and musters the talent needed to help push America far into the lead in the modern world of missiles and rockets.